Moses was born in Egypt at a time when the Israelites were slaves under a cruel Pharaoh. Pharaoh feared that the Israelites were becoming too many, so he ordered that every Hebrew baby boy should be thrown into the Nile River. When Moses was born, his mother saw that he was a special child and hid him for 3 months. When she could hide him no longer, she made a small basket of reeds, coated it with tar to keep water out, and gently placed the baby inside. She set the basket among the reeds along the bank of the Nile River, and Moses' sister watched from a distance to see what would happen. Pharaoh's daughter came down to the river to bathe and noticed the basket. When she opened it and saw the crying baby, she felt compassion for him and knew he was a Hebrew child. At that moment, Moses' sister stepped forward and offered to find a Hebrew woman to nurse the baby. Pharaoh's daughter agreed, and so Moses' own mother was chosen to care for him until he grew older. Pharaoh's daughter named him Moses, meaning drawn out of the water, and raised him as her son in the palace. As Moses grew up, he was taught the wisdom of Egypt, yet he knew in his heart that he belonged to the Hebrew people. One day, when he was grown, Moses saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave. Angered by the injustice, Moses struck the Egyptian and killed him. When Pharaoh heard about it, he sought to kill Moses. So Moses fled from Egypt into the land of Midian. In Midian, Moses helped the daughters of a priest named Jethro and was welcomed into their home. He later married Jethro's daughter, Zipporah, and became a shepherd, caring for his father-in-law's flock. For many years, Moses lived a quiet life in the wilderness, far from the palaces of Egypt. One day, as Moses was tending the flock near Mount Horeb, he saw a bush that was burning but not being consumed. Curious, he went closer. From the bush, God called out to him, telling him to remove his sandals, for the place where he stood was holy ground. God revealed himself as the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and told Moses that he had seen the suffering of the Israelites in Egypt. God then gave Moses a great mission. He was to return to Egypt and confront Pharaoh, demanding that Pharaoh let God's people go free. Though Moses felt afraid and unworthy, God assured him of his presence and power. With this calling, Moses' life changed forever, as he was chosen to be the one God would use to lead his people out of slavery.